How are you guys? This is Jefferson here slash Hefe, and I want to place a video journal. I want to say, and it's a couple thoughts I've been having around. I've been learning a lot, so that's something I want you guys to. I recommend. I suggest you guys start placing your mindset on, and that's mostly just learning. That's mostly learning, and one thing I was hearing right now is the three things in order to start a business. The first three things is capital, land, and labor. That's the three things you need to start any business. Mm, I could be wrong. I learned this off of multiple mentors who've already started their own business. And the first one is capital. Capital talks about what we all know and love, and capital is money. Money is the fruit of the world. You can't really do anything without that. If you want to start a business, you need, of course, money. Once you have that, and it's not SK, it's not just money, it's the access to money. So it's anything you can do. There's many. I'm not even looking at the camera because I'm thinking. If you know someone's lying if they're looking the left side of the brain, and you know someone is think. No wait, no, other way. So if you're right, depending your dominant hand, the hand you write in, if you look at that side while you're talking to someone, ask someone a question. Hey, what's your gender? Whatever question you're wanting to ask, and they look at their dominant hand, like I look that way. They're lying because they're thinking of a lie to think about. Though they're thinking about the left side, so if they look at their left side, that's the thinking. That's the memory bank. They're thinking about. They're just thinking about their past memories. Like, oh, what's 2 times 2? Oh, let me think. 4. Yeah, you guys should know that though. And let me go back to capital. Capital is the access of money. Doesn't matter what it is. If you can acquire any asset, it could be a rich parent. It could be a loan. It could be working at job. It could be a job, working a side hustle. And that's the biggest ones because many people start off from a quarter. There's a story I heard that talks about this boy. His grandpa or someone gave him a quarter to buy ice cream. Instead of buying an ice cream, he bought a newspaper. He bought a couple newspapers and he sold that. And he kept selling that, got the profit from the newspaper, and started reselling until he made a profit and was able to buy himself 2 ice cream cones, I believe, one for himself and one for his grandpa, and more on the side. And that's kind of what I want you to get. Many people have made businesses with $0, and that's mostly where I'm trying to get to in this video, which is action. It doesn't matter if your idea thinks it's dumb. Grant Cardone says, you're never going to know if your idea is dumb unless you take action. No one's going to know. You're thinking to yourself, oh, I shouldn't do this, I shouldn't that, because they're going to think I'm dumb. They're going to think I'm this. Well, you're never going to know that because you never implemented or never taken action on that idea. And that's where I'm trying to go through this video. I go into long tangents because that's how I am. And the second one, when it comes to building a business, is so first is capital, second is labor. Labor is how it sounds. Labor is about your work. Doesn't matter. Well, it matters. You need to be able to be a craftsman of your skills, which is if you know how to do something, know how to do it well. There's this book called 10,000 Hours, which is you need to commit yourself to 10,000 hours in order to master something. That's I didn't. Someone taught me this. I should have listened, and which I kind of did listen because you kind of you move to the path you want to live to, you want to choose to, and now I committed myself to certain things and I've mastered certain things, which is it's good to be a Renaissance man, know a little bit of skills about everything, and at the same time, you don't want to be a jack of all trades. You want to be able to master something. That's my tip, suggestion, recommendation. So labor, let me go back to labor. Labor talks about your skills. You got to be able to know your craft, know what you're doing. If a customer, client asks you a question, you know how to rebuttal, you know how to not pause, or stutter. One of the things that really affects the way you speak is the ums, likes, and buts. And this is how it's like right now. I just started. Take a deep breath. Do the brah, brah. There's like mouth exercises, but whatever. And one of the things I want to introduce is the ands, because the ands really do affect the way you speak. Because here's another one. Because when you talk, you might be speaking about something positive, meaning, oh, I love your shirt, but I would like it bigger. That placing that but in that sentence destroys the beginning of what you're saying, meaning, oh, Johnny, I love how you're doing great in math, but you need help on that English grade. The but takes away the compliment you're giving to your child, that Johnny, you're doing great at school, but that but takes away that and focuses on negative. When you replace it with and, Johnny, you're doing great at school, and what if we focus on that math grade? Now you're involving both subjects into a positive mindset instead of a negative when you integrate but. That's why I want to introduce everyone to start. I suggest, you don't have to listen to me. What do I know? I'm just a teen here, or a kid in fucking living universe, whatever. No, it's just my recommendation, my suggestion. If you want to live the health, wealth, love, and happiness, I recommend that. Let me go back to labor, your skills. So capital, which is the access to money, labor, being able to know your shit, like you know what you're doing. You know, if you're good at fucking rolling blunts, then be a blunt roller. If you're good at fucking speaking Spanish, speak Spanish. If you're good at sewing, if you're good at speaking, if you're good at putting music, do that. You know, don't really focus on your weakness, focus on your strengths. Why? Because if you focus on your strengths, that's gonna propel your success. It's gonna, yeah, is so down, think about your words, and that's mostly what I want to recommend. Capital is money, the access to money. Second is labor, which is the skills you've acquired. And then lastly is land. Land isn't really what we know and think of, because land has been taken away by the white man. I'm just playing. Land is different. It's hard to acquire land, and now it has transmuted into something different, which is here I haven't brain for it. There we go. Got it. Ding. And here I'm gonna say it wrong, man, because this I always have problems with this word, and it's networking. There we go. That's the name. Networking. No, that word. You guys know what I'm talking about. And the reason that's very important, you need those three. All three. If you're missing one, it's like fire. You need three things to build a fire. You need oxygen, a source of flame, and fuel. Those actually, I might be having mixed up. Don't quote me on that one. I'm not no Boy Scout. Fuck. And those are the three things you're gonna need to build a successful business. And then not all businesses are gonna be successful right away, because you gotta find your niche. You gotta fail. That's the biggest one. You gotta fail. You gotta look like an idiot. Grant Cardone, chapter 14 or 15 in X10X rule is look like an idiot. Don't be afraid. Here, let me. I have the book right here, so I don't wanna fucking misguide you guys. One of the things that I want you guys to start doing is reading. So let me see. So let's follow. Oh, look, so this is where I left off. Fucking, I got my little bookmark. Oh, my dirty ass room. Oh shit. Here, let me. So this is the 10x rule. 10x rule is about success. Chapter 1, 10x rule. Well, 10x is vital. What is success? Success is your duty. So let's see if the average competition is for sissies. Okay. Maybe I might not have it right. I guess I'm wrong. See, I'm wrong, you know. Okay, man. I know it's somewhere here. Well, and it talks about, or actually, it might not be on this Grant Cardone book. I think it's on either Sell or Be Sold. I might have the link on the description below.